What's good with the gang? What's good with the squad? We living in an era where toxic fans play a big part in instigating or escalating beefs. How do you feel about that? How do fans feel about that? Polo G with a few messages for the people and the fans out there and the supporters and the haters and the doubters as well, you know what I'm saying? He pretty much just saying, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these people that's tapped in, a lot of these fans, a lot of these artists are dying because of these fans, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these artists are, I guess, getting instigated, or their beefs are getting escalated over the waves because of what people are saying. Say Cheese end up reposting this on Instagram about what Polo G have said, and Lil CJ Casino and a lot of other fans and a lot of other people had a lot of comments to say, and this is the one I seen first. CJ says, in blogs like this, Say Cheese TV said, I know a nigga who can't get 100,000 monthly listener subscribers on Spotify said something, you know what I mean? And then there's also a lot of people gonna have their own opinion about this situation, you know what I'm saying, about if artists is instigating deaths, you know what I'm saying, into these artists, and artists is taking that into influation in their mind, like, okay, all these people are talking down on me, all these people got a lot of things to say, so should I take this in forth and have to do what I gotta do to show them that I am not the one to be fucked with? Or is it the music that we're listening to, the music that these fans are taking heed in, and rappers are saying, hey, you fuck with me, you get killed, fuck the ops, fuck your dead homies, we smoking on this, we smoking on that, with all disrespect, you know what I'm saying? Or is it that like they said, it's just the fans doing it? I don't know, man. It's hard to tell, because at the end of the day, you do have fans out here that goes beyond and forth with this shit and ain't even from these rappers' neighborhood or anything, and just goes and diss them, you know what I'm saying? To talk about it is another thing, you know what I'm saying? Now I see if it was in the streets and stayed in the streets. No, these rappers are actually bringing it to the Instagrams, they bringing it to the webs, they bringing it to the social sites. And so when fans see that, they got no choice but to be like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? You heard what he just said? Hey, look, go tap into that song right there. He dissing that, he dissing that. They don't have to, but at the end of the day, when these rappers are speaking facts, you know what I'm saying, and these rappers are actually showing skills and showing that they have the momentum and the lyrics to talk about this street shit, and then people get intrigued with this shit, because then it end up being a story and all type of documentaries about it. It's like, damn, it's now a movie, so now this shit ain't for her entertainment, it's for real life, you know what I mean? And it just all trails down to it, man. How do you feel about it? Everybody gonna have their own opinion, man. Shout out to the gang, shout out to the squad. Basically, in my opinion, when I hear these rappers talking about killing, when they talking about they doing this and they doing that, all I do is take that with a grain of salt, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it sound good, you know what I'm saying? It can make a good music video, it can make a good visual, but at the end of the day, are you really doing this in the streets? And if you are doing this in the streets, hey, and it comes down to it, and you end up dead or you end up behind bars, you know what I'm saying? You got to be accountable for yourself. You got to be accountable for your actions. You got to be accountable for what you signed up for. You got to be accountable for what you put out there, you know what I'm saying, and what you talk about at the end of the day, especially when you have millions and millions and millions of people watching you. Come on now, and then you go up on these internet sites and you talk about this shit. You talk about these websites. You go on these interviews like Vlad TV, No Jumper, and then they ask you about all these questions about you beefing, you know what I'm saying, about who got killed in your neighborhood and shit like that happened in your past. Of course, these motherfucking fans are going to be intrigued and want to know more and then want to talk about it, and you know what I'm saying? Just feed off that shit, man. Let's keep it all the way 100 with it, man. But if you fucking with me, you fucking with me. If you ain't, you ain't. That's how it is out here in the world, man. Shout out to the gang. Shout out to the squad. We out.